Being able to tolerate the sound of your own voice in a video is probably the highest form of self-acceptance. I was on a Zoom meeting with my coworkers recently and I kept hearing an echo of my voice on their devices, and I just kept thinking to myself, good God, how do these people tolerate listening to me on a regular basis? That's what they think to themselves also. I sound like that. Why anyone chooses to talk to me is beyond me. Seriously, and what the fuck is that accent? I know it's silly, but there were people online who ignored me after they heard my accent. So I'm kinda insecure about it, haha. To myself I sound like Morgan Freeman, but in recordings I sound like Sloth from the Goonies. To me I sound like a mature woman, but on recordings I sound like a young teenage boy. Probably why I've never been harassed while playing video games, lol. Get some really high quality light bulbs in your bathroom and check yourself out in the mirror under them if you think hearing your own voice is bad. It's like, OMG, this is what I look like. I have not reached this level yet. If you can stand the smell of your own farts, you've surpassed this level long ago. Why is it always so much higher pitched? I mean, I always thought I was a man speaking. When you hear your own voice, the sound is being transferred directly to your ears through your skull. Solids and liquids transfer sound, especially low frequencies, much better than air. I was playing PUBG with my friend and he told me that his dad thinks I'm a 60-year-old with lung cancer. My voice sounds pretty cool when I hear it, but I guess it's not. Most people have never heard their voice with a decent microphone. It makes a huge difference. I'm a high schooler in tech theater. One time the teacher recorded a clip of all of us talking on high-quality equipment, then played each one back on loop for a good 20 minutes while applying different EQ and frequency filters. I can tell you, it does make a difference to be recorded on good equipment, but not enough to compensate for a 20-minute loop of it. This is the audio version of looking at yourself in the mirror then looking at you in a picture. Why do cameras do that? Faces aren't symmetrical. We are so used to seeing our mirrored images that seeing a flip version of it captured by a camera highlights all the facial asymmetry. I always wonder how actors, newscasters and celebrities do it. I cringe hard anytime I hear my recorded voice. Yet, I've always wondered what it's like for musicians. It's gotta be weird hearing your own voice on the radio. Sometimes I hear my voice echoing in calls, and it's just like WTF, it's so annoying I can't even understand what I'm saying because I eat my words. How do these people tolerate? Although it's probably a little different if I were to record it with good equipment. If I'm not mistaken, your voice sounds different when you hear it being played back to you because the slight vibrations caused by your voice actually slightly vibrate bones or something in your skull. It's not a huge difference, but it's enough to notice an audible difference. When you're listening to the recording, sound only has to move through air, not your head as well. My friends were once playing with a tape recorder when we were young teens. Just recording ourselves playing video games and playing it back. They said my voice sounded cool. I rode a confidence boost for years. Yet, man. I grew up in America, but English is, barely, my second language. I've been asked on occasion where my accent is from, but I really don't have one. I guess I just speak with a particular affectation. Voice dropped considerably during puberty. And then there was one summer not so many years ago where I got a bunch of compliments on just the sound of it all at once. People told me I should have a talk show. Other really unique compliments that were obviously sincere. Until that summer, it has just never occurred to me to think about the perception of the sound of my voice relative to anyone else's. It was really nice hearing those compliments. And my out-of-my-league wife tells me I should do audiobooks all the time. Ongoing ego boost. It's nice. I know my voice is on the high side for a guy, but on video I sound like I've been sucking helium. Try being a professor who now has to record all their lectures. Holy cow, I hate it. I feel bad for my students. I primarily feel bad because I opened about 5 of my videos and they all started playing at once. Was like being in the inner circle of hell. I've always liked how I sounded, not always how I look in videos though. Imagine how good Morgan Freeman's voice must sound in his own head. So a few tips that helped me come to terms with my voice and can actually improve the tone and timbre. Disclaimer, these can't change your voice, per se, but they can help you produce your optimal vocal quality. So close your mouth and say MHMM a few times and pay attention to where you feel the vibrations in your head. If it's in your nose, It's placed too high. If it's in your throat, it's too low. You should feel the MHMM vibrate in the area between your nose and upper lip. When you speak, you have to flex or tense your core muscles, specifically around your belly button area. This is a technique in singing or wind instruments that allows a full tone at any volume or pitch. You're basically using your diaphragm to support the tone of your voice. You may have to very actively squeeze hard, think sucking your belly button to your spine, at first if you're not familiar with it, but the more you do it, the less you have to exert effort as your body adapts. Very true. I think I sound like an humpback whale on video. Being someone who legit has a weird voice. The kind that a 4-year-old would repeatedly ask why your voice so weird. Stop talking weird. It really is a high point to accept your own voice. I'm taking an oral communication class where I need to listen to my own speeches, and I have to work up a lot of courage to listen to them. But guess what? I'm actually starting to accept how I sound like. I know it's abnormal, and I'm not fully confident with it either, but it's my own voice and there is nothing I can do to change it.